Go to that 1 hour, you'll see this at a completely different level. And then your peace of mind. But what you said about like your emotions, look at the trend of society. The current trend is doing what? It's saying, hey, what can you do to limit your cortisol? What can you do to limit your decision making processes per day? Because you're making too many, right? You can't buy anything in toothpaste without being overwhelmed with fluoride is toxic, a shelf that is bigger than some people's homes, you know? You have to pick that between that many. Decision fatigue is such a real thing. Your cortisol, watching this on the 1 minute, this one happened to be perfect, but let's like call a spade a spade. If we had taken S&P at a full percentage, this would be a heart attack for some people. It's mentally and emotionally awful. So you take your entry, you've protected or you've managed, and then go away, okay? If you are trying to be a true scalper, I mean, for that, I'd say you're probably better off manually managing than having some kind of management as a backup, but manually manage, take your 2 to 5 or 6 scalps a day and walk away, probably manually, because every amount of things that happen in between, it's too much to contend with. Hence the reason why it's always on a bigger time frame if I have any management kind of things, because to get it to work here properly is not easy. And that's nobody's fault, even just the market itself. If you're trying to be a true scalper, consider, okay, I'm going to manually manage, which means if I took this trade, I can choose to manage it on this time frame. I can choose to manage it on the 1 hour, which is where I said I'd be managing mine, right? And then say, okay, cool. I have now got my 1,000 pips or my whatever percent for the day. I'm going to apply my trailing stop. I'm going to trim some. I'm going to make XYZ decision, and now I'll let it run out, which you can do automatically. You can do manually. You can do whatever. And then just set up alerts. Like if you want the re-entry, set up alerts to where you only come back, but you're not sitting here going, I see this, I'm making money, I'm losing money, I'm making money. It's exhausting. It's just painful, even when you're good. So this cortisol high, think about drug addicts. We don't know what we don't know scientifically. We know cold showers has the same like dopamine hit as cocaine or something like that. Don't quote me, I am not a scientist. And it lasts 6 times longer, right? The cold plunges, let me speak more accurately. We don't know what this process, including the positive one, this winning process is doing to your hardwiring. So in this case, watching this win, and expecting to make a rational decision when you just, especially with how we're conditioned as a society, let's say you have a 0.10 on this, which means you made what? $1,000, $1,200 in 35 minutes. And we're not even like blowing it out of the park with lot sizes, okay? Actually, no, that means you made $12,000 in 35 minutes. I knew I was going for a different number than that. $12,000. Now, for some people, no big deal. YouTube, all over the place, of course, everybody. But most people, you made $12,000 in 35 minutes. Even on the good side, not just the losing side and the stress side. Do you know what this does to your psyche, to your dopamine and your cortisol receptors, like the next time you go to make a decision? The odds of you making a poor decision because of this winning or losing is equally as high. I hope you guys heard that. Your odds of making a crappy decision after watching this win $12,000 or lose is equally as high because it's messing with your emotions, your brain, the chemistry, all of it.